Hi, this is Jaya Astronomo, and I will going to report quarrying and the Philippine mining law. What is quarrying? Quarrying is the process of removing rock, sand, gravel, or other minerals from the ground in order to use them to produce materials for construction or other uses. So a quarry is any such working on the surface of the earth where minerals are extracted. What is the difference between a mine and a quarry? Mine is defined legally as an underground working, and a quarry is a site of mineral extraction without a roof. In other parts of the word mining is used interchangeably with quarrying. Kinds of mineral rocks taken from quarries. The mineral rocks are usually taken from quarries are sand, gravel, and crushed rock for construction, and these materials are usually described as aggregates. In addition, quarries produce chemical grade, limestone, gypsum, common clays, china clay or kaolin, ball clays, and silica sand. Thus, quarries are often associated with processing plants, the most common of which are ready-mix concrete plants, coating plants to produce asphalt and bituminous road-making materials, cement and lime burning kilns, concrete, block and pipe works, brickworks, pottery works, and plaster or plasterboard factories. Methods used to remove rocks from quarries are excavating, heating, wedging, machine quarrying of stones, blasting for quarrying stones. Excavating. Excavating is preferred in case of soft stone surfaces. Hammers, pickaxes, shovel are used to excavate the stone. Heating. The top surface of cracks is heated by placing wood with fuel on it. The fire will be allowed for some hours, and the top surface gets heated and separates from the rock. This separated portion is removed by pickaxe crowbars. The stone obtained by heating will be in good shape if the rock formation contains horizontal layers, a shallow depth. So the stone obtained will be directly used for masonry works. Wedging. This method is applicable when the rock contains cracks or joints in it. Steel wedges or steel points are put in these cracks or fissures and hit them with hammer. Then, the rock portion separates from parent rock. If natural cracks are there, then artificial holes are drilled in the rock and wedging is done. Machine quarrying of stone. Machine quarrying is done by using chenilling machine in the site. This type of machine is driven by steam, compressed air, or electricity. A groove is made using this machine around the rock, and the horizontal holes are drilled underneath the block, hence the block gets separated from its bed. Blasting for quarrying stones. In this method, explosives are used to separate the stones from parent rock. This process is applied in case of hard stones or hard rock which does not contain any cracks or fissures. The holes are drilled in the rock and explosives are arranged in the holes and blasted with proper safety measures. The stones obtained through this process are not larger in size. List of large quarries located in our country. Gold. Canatuan Mine of Zamboanga del Norte. Nickel. Rio Tuba Mine in the west of the Philippines in Batarasa, Palawan. Berong Nickel Corporation, San Roque Metals Incorporated. Coal, Malangas, Zamboanga, Sibugay, Simorar Island, Caluya Antique. Copper, Buyungan Mine of Surigao del Norte, Canatuan Mine located in the province of Zamboanga del Norte. How quarrying activities affect the environment and human settlement. Stone and sand quarrying causes damage to property, depletion of groundwater, loss of fertile topsoil, degradation of forest land, adverse effect on the aquatic biodiversity and public health. Haphazard quarrying of sand from the river beds leads to damage to infrastructure like bridges and roads. Why there are still illegal quarry activities done in remote areas which cause so much damage in our mountains and hillsides? There are still illegal quarrying activities done in remote areas because quarries in remote areas lead to lower amenity impacts compared with sites near urban or suburban areas. However, remote quarries must rely on longer haulage operations to deliver aggregates to the final location, which generates other impacts in the form of noise, vibration, dust, and air pollution. The next topic is about the Philippine mining law. The extraction of minerals and metals from below the ground, such as copper, coal, and gold. Mining is usually carried by a national or international company with the permission of the country government. Some mining takes place by people who are not part of a company and without a permission from the government. This is artisanal mining and usually small scale with people working in dangerous conditions, making little profit. This mining is often called illegal mining. Summary of the following selected chapters of the Philippine Mining Law and give comments regarding its implementation. Section 4. Government ownership and minerals resources. Mineral resources are owned by the state and the exploration, development, utilization, and processing thereof shall be under its full control and supervision. The state may directly undertake such activities or it may enter into mineral agreements with contractors. The state shall recognize and protect the rights of the indigenous cultural communities to their ancestral lands as provided for by Constitution. Section 16. Opening of ancestral lands for mining operation. No ancestral land shall be opened for mining operation without the prior consent of the indigenous cultural community concerned. Section 43. Quarrying permit. Any qualified person may apply to the provincial city. Mining Regulatory Board for a quarry permit on privately owned lands and or public lands for building and construction materials, such as marble, basalt, andesite, conglomerate, tuff, adobe, granite, gabbro, serpentine, and set, filling materials, clay, porcelain tiles, and building bricks, pumice, fertile, and other similar materials that are extracted by quarrying from the ground. The provincial governor shall grant the permit after the applicant has complied with all the requirements as prescribed by the rules and regulations. A quarry permit shall have a term of 5 years renewable for like periods but not to exceed a total term of 25 years. No quarry permit shall be issued or granted on any area covered by a mineral agreement or financial or technical assistance agreement. Section 62. Employment of Filipinos in mining. A contractor shall give preference to Filipino citizens and all types of mining employment with the country insofar as such citizens are qualified to perform the corresponding work with reasonable efficiency and without hazard to the safety of the operation. Section 63. Mine safety and environment protection. All contractors and permits shall strictly comply with all the mine safety rules and regulations as may be promulgated by the Secretary concerning the safe and sanitary upkeep of the mining operation and achieve with free and efficient mine development. Section 72. Timber rights. Any provision of law to the contrary, notwithstanding, a contractor may be granted a right to cut trees or timber within his mining area as may be necessary for his mining operation, subject to forestry laws and regulations, provided that if the land covered by the mining area is already covered by existing timber concessions, the volume of timber needed and the manner of cutting and removal thereof shall be determined by the mine's regional director. Upon consulting the contractor, the timber concessionaire permits and the Forest Management Bureau of the department provided further that in case of disagreement. Section 85, Mine Waste and Tailings Fee. A semi-annual fee to be known waste and tailings fee is hereby imposed on all operating mining companies in accordance with the implementing rules and regulations. The mine waste and tailings fee shall accrue to a reserve fund to be used exclusively for payment for damage to lives and personal safety, lands, agricultural crops and forest products, marine life and aquatic resources, cultural resources, and infrastructure and the revegetation and rehabilitation of salted farm lands and other areas devoted to agriculture and fishing caused by mining pollution. That would be all about the quarrying and the Philippine mining law. Thank you and God bless.